welcome to Comic Toy Reviews, and this review is on the Marvel Legends character called originally Holocaust, and they later changed it to Dark Nemesis or just Nemesis. This figure has an interesting backstory. Originally part of the Age of Apocalypse, he was one of the horsemen for Apocalypse, and he was called Holocaust. Yeah, what a politically incorrect name. I wondered how they got around it back then. And later they changed it to Dark Nemesis, and eventually it's just called Nemesis. This Build-A-Figure was part of the Nemesis wave. This is made by Hasbro. It was just a great sculpt of a figure in terms of detail. Originally this wave was supposed to be out, then it was cancelled, and even though it was made and the figures were made for this wave, it took about 2 or 3 years between actual announcement and you saw the pictures of it until you actually saw the final product in the stores, and it didn't last long. I had to get this online, and it was just one of those really tough figure waves to get, and so this was a tough Build-A-Figure to get. This guy Nemesis, he was one of the few characters that crossed over from the Age of Apocalypse into the regular Marvel Universe. He started out great as an X-Men villain, but eventually Marvel just, I think, dropped the ball on this visually dynamic looking character, and he's not much of an X-villain now in the comics, unfortunately, but he just looks visually cool. And one thing I didn't like, even though he looks cool, this action figure, is he could have been better. Originally, he was supposed to have translucent plastic, kind of like Sunfire if you saw that, but they didn't have the translucent plastic. In fact, I'll try to show you. You see the hip here, that middle area of the hip? That's kind of translucent, and that's kind of like the plastic in the original prototype pictures that they showed that the whole body would have. That type of plastic material, like you see here in the middle. But they didn't have that plastic. The final product is a plastic that's not really clear at all. And you got to be careful here. This is cool. It's a skeleton, and the top flips open. But I heard a lot of people online that this hinge area is very weak. This hinge, so you got to be careful opening it, because eventually it's just gonna be busted. It's just gonna crack, and then people have to just put some tape over there, because the top area is weak on that hinge. So if you got this action figure, you got to be careful about that hinge over there. And you can keep it open like that, but usually in the comics it's supposed to be closed, so I think it looks better closed. And at least they did put a different piece of plastic here on the top so you could see the skeleton. Next to an ordinary figure, I'll show you the size comparison. Look at that. This guy is significantly bigger. It's just a little skeleton piece here, and you could actually turn side to side the head of the skeleton piece. Keep it closed. The shoulders are ball jointed and up and down. Has one point of articulation at the elbow. Same here. And you can turn the left elbow part, and you can turn the right elbow part. The right hand is a fist, you can turn it in a little. Left hand, nothing. Upper body, up and down, side to side. In and out. Up and down. Top part turns here, and top part turns there. One point of articulation at the knees. The feet, side to side, up and down, no toe articulation. Overall, a good Build-A-Figure and a good X-Men bad guy, but not necessary if you don't want all the X-Men. So that's it. Thanks for watching, and talk to you later. Remember, the name is now Nemesis. Yes, the politically correct forces have won again. So make note of that in the books. It's Nemesis, the X-Men villain.